What's up, guys? It's Katie. Welcome to the final Cold War episode of Quick Scope, presented by Scuff Gaming, right here on the Florida Mutineers channel. Champs Weekend did not disappoint. Not only were we on land, but Atlanta Faze reminded us that they are the best in the business. They are your CDL 2021 champions, coming out on top, only dropping 3 maps in the entirety of their champs run. Dynasty is the word that everyone's been throwing around when they talk about Atlanta Faze. And if you're someone like Karma, he seems to think that they are officially there. And well, Toronto Ultra, they put up an incredible fight. The only team to ever beat Atlanta Faze in a best of 9 got all the way to the grand final, where they did fall 5-3. But this has been the best European roster we have ever seen. And Vance, is he now the best European player of all time? What Toronto achieved cannot be understated. Atlanta Faze, they did everything you expected them to do. Won multiple majors, won champs. Toronto defied expectations every step of the way, winning a tournament of their own and consistently being one of the best teams in the league. And Insight, he must be considered Rookie of the Year for the way that he helped transform Toronto Ultra into such a dominant team. Seattle Surge, however, decided to just get ahead of everything. Roster Mania might not be starting yet, but they announced to mid-champs that they had cut everyone. Dallas Empire, well, they won champs last year, but they weren't able to get it done this year, taking 3rd and not winning a major. So the question is, was this year a disappointment or was it decent? Despite the fact that they didn't win any majors, had a very respectable 3rd place finish at champs. So despite the fact that they won a ring last year, I don't think you can call this season a disappointment because they had so many obstacles to overcome. All the drama when Hook was benched, you bring in Fellow, then you bring in Vivid. All of the adjustments they had to do did culminate in, I think, what can be considered a very good season. And well, Abizi finally took home his first ever MVP trophy, but some are saying that Celian got snubbed after dropping a 1.21 KD in the grand final. Now, let's give some love to our sponsor. Recharge your brain fast, guys, and improve your reaction time with Nature's Bounty Brain HP. A new cognitive health dietary supplement designed for gamers 18 plus with no caffeine, so there will be no jitters. Check out the link in the description for 15% off. Next up is my guest, joining us as he always does, Tom Ryan, aka Ogre 2, the general manager of Florida Mutineers. Tom, how are you doing?
Hey, Katie.
Florida Mutineers made it into the top 8 to get to champs, but unfortunately, Tom, they took an early exit. So what is your plan and your strategy for the team in the off-season, and how do you get them prepared for Vanguard?
Plans? I have a lot of talent on my roster, and I really want to build around that. I like my guys that I had this year. I think we underperformed a bit, but, there's a lot to build off there. Always got my eyes out on a few players, but it kind of depends on how the cookie crumbles, so I can't really give you too much on that. Competitively looking to move the team down to Florida. This is something we've kind of wanted for a while, but with COVID in the beginning of last year, honestly the last year and a half, we let them live remotely, and I think it definitely will help us a lot having everyone in Florida next year. For Vanguard, just getting everyone together, being able to go over stuff together, holding people accountable, just making sure everyone's got their best foot forward and doing the best that they can do. Really going to be awesome having them down here and playing out of our new facility. I say new, but we've had it for a while. It's just COVID's kind of put a damper on that.
Season number 3 of CDL is right around the corner, Tom. So what are you hoping to see out of the league, and what are you hoping to see out of the new Vanguard title?
The league, I would like to see, obviously, tournaments. I would like to see it tournaments so that we can just have a flawless, amazing broadcast with everybody in one space. I would also like to see tournaments from a player perspective. I saw this year with my guys, I'm sure other teams were feeling it too, but with the daily, weekly schedule, they didn't really get any days off. I would like to see some kind of tournament format with at least like 3 weeks between tournaments, I think would be ideal. Just to give the guys mid-season have a time, take a week off or go visit family or loved ones. Those gaps, having some space between matches really gives you some actual time to make mid-season adjustments, trying out new players, implementing new players, and actually having time to practice with them, even making trades happen. Viewership was much better in tournaments. I personally feel like it's a lot more hype. There's a lot that I would hope to see comes from tournaments, but it really stems from that.
Thanks so much, Tom.
I appreciate you having me back on the show, and hope the rest of it's a good one.
Now, I want to take a quick second to give some love to the people I think were MVPs at Champs. And well, one of them was the literal champs MVP, Abizi, and of course his teammate in Celium. Now, a lot of people said Celium probably should have won MVP at champs, but I think it's a testament to both of them for how incredible they were throughout their run. Celium did win an MVP, or a player of the stage, earlier in the year, and Abizi finally won his first MVP. So congratulations to both of them on an incredible journey together. Champs wouldn't be champs if social media wasn't popping off, and Seattle Surge decided to take some of the spotlight mid-champs when they announced that they had eliminated their entire roster. Coaches, staff, they're all gone. So after 2 years of mediocrity, we're going to have to see what Seattle can bring for Vanguard next year. Maybe some of those teams could start to pick up specialty coaches. That was also the talk of the town. Atlanta Faze picked up an S&D specialist. So are we going to see other teams follow suit in the new season? Before I sign off, I have to talk about people that I think are most improved now that Champs has come to a close. And it's none other than Cammy and Toronto Ultra. After an incredibly disastrous Stage 5, where they were one map away from winning another major, and Minnesota Rocker reverse swept them to make history, they were able to take them down and continue all the way to the grand final of Champs. Cammy, he's explosive, he's electric, and he showed that energy at Champs. So you gotta give them love for being able to dig deep and make it all the way to a grand final once again. Do you disagree? Do you think someone else deserves the praise? Or do you like Toronto Ultra getting the props? Let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for joining us for another Quick Scope presented by Scuff, right here on the Florida Mutineers channel. If you haven't already, guys, make sure you're liking, subscribing, and leaving comments on what you think. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Let's get into the talking points from Champs. Dynasty, that is the big word everyone's been throwing around. Come here, Chief. Bubby, I love you, but you're making my life difficult. Come on. Come on. Don't bite me, homie. Come on. Chief, I don't want to. Can you come out, please?